Here we are with Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series again. Or if this is your first time viewing us, welcome! Today we begin Book 2 of the Cerebus saga, known as High Society. No, not that High Society! No, this is Cerebus High Society. There are a few methods in which to obtain this particular issue and the forthcoming issues as well. First and foremost is the newly remastered High Society phone book collection, trade paperback collection. It's got a gold logo and is signed and everything. And well, not this one. This is an older version, but this is basically what it looks like. It's so nice and thick, and all sorts of multi-purpose book again, like before. All sorts of things you can do with it besides read it. Excellent price, $25. Solid deal, and the new printings have better paper quality as well than the old basic newsprint that they used to have with them. So it's been completely remastered as well, so it looks even better than ever. So yeah, you want to check that out. You can get it at your local comic book store, and of course, where do we find our local comic book store? If we don't know where our local comic book store is, we go to the website. That's right, the comic locator website. Yeah, you can go there and check it out. While you're at your local comic book store, make sure to pick up the Cerebus High Society Audio Digital Experience DVD. It's a set from IDW. It features every issue of High Society playing on screen, like how they play on screen during my summaries with the panning and zooming and stuff. Well, it's a DVD of all 25 issues of High Society, Cerebus High Society, playing like that on screen with Dave Sim narrating and doing every character voice. All of them, everybody. Cerebus, Lord Julius, even Astoria, all of them. All the character voices. And it's like a book on tape version of High Society. I happen to think it's very enjoyable. You can pick that up at your local comic book store. You can even get it on Amazon. You can get it on BarnesandNoble.com. You can get it at lots of places. But yeah, you should check it out if you want to watch these upcoming episodes that I'm going to be reviewing without having to read them yourself. It'll be read to you. So it's pretty good, pretty damn good. I enjoyed it. I was one of the Kickstarter backers, so I was able to get that when it came out. Anyways, but they're available now on DVD. So for those with their digits on the digital pulse of society, there is always www.cerebusdownloads.com. I always recommend that site. You can get it for a very nominal fee, the digital version of the High Society phone book and all the other phone books that are available. For a limited time. Who knows how long this is going to go? This could already be expired right now, so you just got to go check it out. Go to Selfie, and you can, at this link here, and you can download the digital version of High Society for free. Completely free. It's all yours. And you can check the entire saga out in one go. All at one time. And it's, but hurry up. Hurry up and get it while there's still time. And if you miss it and it's back for sale again, don't have to worry. It's well worth your money. If you want to read each issue individually, like how they were when they were first published, there are a few methods as well. Digitally, you can go to www.comicsology.com. You know them. They sell a lot of comics digitally. You can get all of Cerebus High Society from them. And in fact, for 99 cents a piece. 99 cents each. And in fact, the first issue, number 26, that we'll be looking at today, is free on Comixology. And what's great about the individual issue version, the 99 cents an issue one, it differs from the digital phone book version, is that they include everything. The covers, the inside covers, the back covers, the letter pages, which are always a fun treat in and of themselves. And a ton of back matter, all this behind the scenes pages, notebooks. It's like there's like 60, 70 pages an issue of stuff. and that isn't available in the phone book, and isn't available in the original issue. So it's definitely worth your time and worth your effort to check out those comiXology ones. Of course, like I said, I was a Kickstarter backer, so I was able to get those when they came out a couple of years ago. So they were excellent. I love those. I treasure them. I treasure them. You could also have the Cerebus. Where is it? It's over here. Sorry. The Cerebus bi-weekly reprint of High Society called Cerebus High Society. I have all these, but they're not remastered. And they only contain a couple of extra pages of stuff, and they're actually missing some things. So it's not exactly the best method to do it, but they're cheap on eBay. So if you really like to have the floppies, or you can get the original issues. The original issues for High Society are relatively cheap especially compared to the first phone books original issues, which were much more expensive. But I think the digital versions are probably your best bet because it's all the remastering and added material you get. So let us begin High Society with Cerebus issue 26, titled What Else? High Society. Cerebus returns to East with his bag of loot from the artist's castle over his shoulder and heads for lodging at the grand expanse that is the Regency Hotel. He's muddy and tired, and when the clerk tells him there are no rooms, Cerebus begins to let the snooty man have it, only to have the clerk change his tune when he hears his name. Cerebus is given a lavish room and even gets to take a bath. The clerk explains that the hotel is honored to have him, and there'll be no charge for him staying there. Cerebus is skeptical and goes to dinner, finding anything he asks for is given to him without complaint. There, over the next hour, Cerebus is given check after check for money just to keep in mind various special interests, from golden street lamps to sewage pipes. He finally learns from scores of the firm Scores and Sons why they all want him to remember these things. It's because of his role as kitchen staff supervisor with Lord Julius that they all believe he is the ranking diplomat representative of Palnu. It seems getting things done in the bureaucracy of Palnu is impossible, a never-ending quagmire. Scores explains his trouble in getting the directory of Palnu's executives in great detail, and this doesn't do much to make Cerebus feel any less foul than he already feels. His only solution? Head for the docks and beat up somebody he hates. But while on the way, he tries to hail a carriage, only to end up in a scuffle with a prissy fellow named Carrion. Cerebus prepares to lay waste to him when the man learns his identity and practically begs to be beaten up. Frustrated, Cerebus heads to the Ram's Lord's Tavern with a sack of flour to dump on the drunkards there. Will Cerebus finally get the battle he's been waiting for all night? Holland M. Haddon, the Golden Street Lamps guy, will be back in issue 30, so remember him. Despite this being an excellent jumping-on point for the book, there were a few mentions of events from the Palnu trilogy which are important backstory to this issue. You may want to check out issues 14 to 16 for that if you're curious to how Cerebus ended up being so sought after. This is an excellent appetizer for the rest of the book, as things begin in a very slow build. It's funny, but it doesn't really cover too much new ground with the humor concerning bureaucracy, as was already touched upon during those Lord Julius issues. Cerebus's frustrations drive the plot to me with this one, making it a very enjoyable start for what many consider the best book of the series. I don't, but I do think it's a great book. It's definitely a standout, one of the greatest graphic novels ever published. But I digress. Anyway, so it's definitely a new beginning for the series, but it doesn't feel out of place with what's gone before. It just feels like a continuation of the series and going in a new direction. So it's not complete, not what they would say a reboot. So if you've given the book a try with the first phone book and you didn't enjoy the initial Conan with an aardvark stuff, you've got to give this one a try. It's far more original, and it's funnier, and one could even say it's far more civilized. Next time, Cerebus held hostage.